There were 3 things I manifested using this method that completely blow me away. Okay, let's just take a quick pause right there. I love this. Hello, my darlings. Welcome back to episode 2 of Your Scripting Success Stories. Thank you so much, everyone who's been watching my videos, implementing the different law of attraction techniques that I share, and then sharing back with me your results, your scripting or manifestation success. The link is in the description below if some of you watching have recently manifested something using scripting or another one of my favorite techniques. If you want to share it back with the audience with a chance to be featured on one of the future videos, then please do complete the form in the description. But today I'm going to be sharing 3 really powerful and really inspiring success stories, so you do not want to miss a second of this video. Firstly, I'm going to be starting a fresh new 21-day transformation challenge where I will be supporting you to achieve your transformation, mind, body, and soul. As you know, the 3 are interconnected, and as you may also know, outside of YouTube, I have a business that is all about supporting other people, in particular other women, to have that whole life transformation. You will get unlimited access to the inner circle, to my positive community that is run by me and my team, and the energy within this community is just I'm so excited for this next challenge. The last one was unbelievable, and you will have access to yoga, meditations with me, cook-alongs, nutritional tips and hacks, goddess activation dance sessions with me. It brings me so much joy to see other women completely transforming mentally, physically with their health, and spiritually as well. So if you would like to be part of the inner circle and get my support and be surrounded by other positive women on their transformational journeys, then this is definitely the challenge for you. If you are interested in that, all the details of how you can apply for a place are down below. I've made sure that it's very affordable so that absolutely anyone can be involved. And if you're watching this video after the challenge has already started, complete the form anyway, because then I'll be able to help you get started on the next challenge. The first success story to share with you today comes from a beautiful person called Navmi, who by the sounds of it is a student who had previously really been struggling with focusing, with concentration, and could barely focus for an hour a day on her studies, and really wanted to be able to be one of those people who could be really productive and really focused. Navmi says that on the 3rd of February, so less than 2 months ago, was the first time that they scripted. I will read what Navmi has written. I wrote about good grades, a good college, etc. I still have finals to write, so those things are yet to come in my life. But one thing that I also wrote was, I am the most productive student in the world. I know how to utilize my time. I work smart and gain success because of my productivity. After a week, I came across the video titled Study With Me Live Pomodoro. I didn't know what Pomodoro was, so I looked into it, loved it, found a way to study productively, give time to myself, and finding now that studying is my new hobby. How crazy is that? Going from hardly studying an hour a day to now 8 hours a day with a continuous sitting of 3 hours is like a miracle for me. As for my scripting technique, I write them as if I've already got it. I also used your meditations to calm myself and be in a high vibrational state. That's amazing. Thank you for your videos, and thank God for me being able to have access to tech and internet to be able to connect with you. That is so exciting to see. What a huge transformation. That is amazing. And they've added here, they do it about once a week or so. Okay, so slightly different to how I do it, but that just goes to show it's not like the only way you can do it is you know, reading it twice a day for 30 days like I personally did. Like, the universe isn't going to turn around and say, oh, I'm not going to let you manifest something because you've done it slightly differently. You know, it's not about that. It's about vibration. It's about how you feel. It's about where your focus is. It's about where your energy is. So there are multiple ways to get that focus, right? And Navmi has said here that, you know, personally, they really love to write. So that's why they like to rewrite the scripting letter. Isn't that beautiful? I also loved that the way that Navmi affirmed it was so bold, right? Navmi actually wrote, I am the most productive student in the world. And when I was up in the Himalayas with Grandmaster Akshar, he actually mentioned that, you know, a lot of people, when they're wishing or praying, that they're quite sort of wishy-washy or tame about, I'm using those words, he didn't say wishy-washy, but, you know, kind of like, oh, you know, I'd like this, I'd like that. And he said, whereas the more powerful, the more passionate the prayer, he actually said that this is even better. You know, instead of saying, you know, I want this, I want that, to say, I want to be the most happy person on the planet. You know, why not? This is a more powerful way to get your vibration even more, you know, kind of potent and strong. Another thing which I can really relate to is, you know, when I wrote my first ever scripting letter, the first thing I wrote on the letter was that I have more money in my account than ever before. And I didn't know how that was going to happen. And I also was open to whatever would come my way. And then within about a month of reading that letter, then I kept being recommended this book called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, which I've mentioned in other videos. And so it's interesting that sometimes the universe will find the perfect book or perfect video that contains the answers to the questions that you've been asking. And then you just kind of, it's like you're being shown that information at the right time when you're ready to receive it, right? I love that Navmi had that experience too, where, you know, a video just popped up at the right time. Congratulations, Navmi. You are officially the most productive student in the world. I love that. Great job. And I know that all good things and all good grades and all good colleges are on their way. Well done for overcoming that. And in fact, I think I'm going to start scripting about being more productive. Why not? I'm up for it. Okay, the next scripting success story is from a beautiful young woman who is called Abby. And this is about manifesting a better quality relationship. And what's really interesting about her story is that it wasn't all necessarily a straight line, and she embraced that when things didn't seem to be going the right way, she actually just looked at it as a detour in the right direction. And it turns out that that's exactly what it was. So let's take a look. Dear Lucie, first I want to thank you. I want to say thank you so much for all your amazing videos on your YouTube channel. My boyfriend's name, let's call him John, shall we? John. John and I are in a healthier, better, stronger and happier relationship already. We get along so well, and I am happy we are able to maintain this stability in our relationship. I was on 1 week of reading my scripting day and night, and then something happened. He actually asked for a cool off because at the time we weren't really going so well. And by the way, we are in a long distance relationship due to pandemic. So in short, we stopped communicating after those goodbyes. And he also said that we might need to expect a worst case scenario, which would be a breakup. So at that time I was in a confusion. Should I stop reading my scripting letter or just continue with it? Abby decided to continue. I went on with my life, and instead of whining and feeling sad, I started to improve my connection with the universe and my relationship with myself. Yes! I gave my full trust to the universe on this detour. And I just realized at that moment that I also needed alone time for myself to think and reflect with everything. Then, after 3 days, Lucie, I received a message from my boyfriend. And he said he still wants to continue our relationship and that he was sorry. He just needed some time alone to think and figure things out. To cut the story short, after reuniting that day, we have started to be in a better, healthier, stronger, and happier relationship. Up to this day, we don't have dull moments and always having a lively, sweeter, amazing conversation. It's really amazing to trust the process. And lastly, you contributed to my success story because I'm getting strength in all your videos. Please continue making great videos, Lucie. I love you. Thank you so much. Wow, Abby, well done to you. I'm really, full of admiration for you at the strength and ability to trust that you demonstrated here. I love that you were seeing it as, as you just said, instead of whining and feeling sad, you actually looked at, okay, how can I make the most of this current situation while also trusting that the universe still has my back? And I love that maybe because you've been reading your scripting letter and trusting that your scripting letter worked, hopefully that helped you in trusting the process. So great job with that mindset. And then the fact that actually sometimes in order to have a healthier, better, stronger, happier relationship, sometimes having time apart, having time off from each other in terms of having more time to really look inwards and build that relationship with yourself can be a healthy thing sometimes. Obviously, every relationship, every scenario is different, but I love that you chose to look at it as an opportunity rather than an issue or a negative thing. And long distance relationships can be tricky, can't they? I've been in long distance relationships before, and it's difficult to sort of maintain that fresh, excited energy when you've got technology in between you. It's not impossible, but it can be challenging sometimes. So taking a little break and having a few days without just sort of going through the motions of texting each other can then mean that when you do communicate, it's filled with more fresh energy rather than it becoming just a monotonous task. So that's so great to hear, Abby. Really happy for you both. Keep manifesting, keep scripting about things that you want, and keep me posted. And the third and final manifestation scripting success story to share with you all actually comes from a beautiful queen. We've actually met in person once, but we've been Instagram friends for years. She actually helped me in the early days of when I didn't have any social media following and I really wanted to grow my Instagram following for my business and I had no idea how. And Maruna actually helped me. She gave me some tips that really helped. So thanks, Maruna, for being one of the first people on my journey to building an online audience. So Maruna says, "Dear Lucie, the moment I saw your video about scripting, I decided to give it a try. I was coming out of a very overwhelming moment in my life, and I felt that this letter gave me a little sense of control. There were 3 things I manifested using this method that completely blow me away. Number 1, I manifested my current relationship. The way we met, the way everything started was exactly how I described in the letter. It was easy, fun, and our connection is insane. Bonus, he matched the description of my ideal partner that I wrote down in a diary 5 years prior to meeting him." Okay, let's just take a quick pause right there. I love this. I love that actually some things that we are manifesting, we have been manifesting for a long time. It's like, as Abraham Hicks would say, as soon as we know what we want, we are shooting a rocket of desire up there into the vortex. This is her language that she uses. And so everything that we want is already vibrationally, it exists. We've created it in our minds, it exists. The only thing we need to do is catch up with it, is become a vibrational match with it, is allow ourselves to let it in quite often, right? Often we're holding ourselves here and we're holding it over there. And the real work is to become in alignment. That's our main job. And so I love that actually, potentially this ideal partner that Maruna created and wrote down in a diary 5 years ago, it's been up in her vortex. It's been waiting for her for all this time. And with the help perhaps we could say with the help of this letter, it helped her to become consistently each day for the short space of time a vibrational match to it now, so that then the timing at which she manifested it was now because she's become ready for it now. Success number 2 for Maruna. I manifested a new business and new collaborations on social medias. I was contacted shortly after writing the letter by 2 creators in California to promote their work. And I started my YouTube channel about living a limitless life, which is by Maruna Vasi if you want to check it out. And the third thing she says, this is the real deal, okay? She said, I manifested moving to another country during the pandemic, to a place I've never been before without even knowing the language, all within the span of 6 months since writing the letter. She specifically wrote in the letter that I will be guided and it will be easy against all odds and in spite of the world's situation. I've had a few questions of people asking me, how can I be excited about manifesting things when I feel so, you know, trapped by situations outside of my control? Who's to say it is out of your control, first of all? You could also write something like what Maroon has written, that it will be easy against all odds and in spite of the world's situation. Or indeed, you know, there are also things that you can be manifesting now that you will eventually get to live in the future once lockdown is over and stuff like that. So either way, there's no need to feel like we can't manifest things. It will either be something that can happen now or that can happen later. And she added here, I read the letter for a couple of weeks, focusing on feeling as if I already live that. Yes, amazing, Maruna. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for sharing your success stories with us. So guys, which story really resonated with you today? Was it Navmi's success at becoming more productive? Was it Abby's success at overcoming a lull in their relationship and freshening things up while trusting in the detours in the right direction? Or was it Maruna's experience of manifesting something that's actually been in her vortex for years and now she's become a vibrational match to it and allowed it into her life against all odds? I hope these stories inspired and empowered you to know that if these 3 people can do it, that you can absolutely do it too. So I will include in the description below the link to my step-by-step scripting guide, which you can download for free. I'll also include the link for you to submit your scripting success stories if you have anything to share, which I can feature in one of these future videos or even in my upcoming book. And I will also include in the description the link to enroll in our 21-day transformation challenge, so you can join my intimate community inner circle, mind, body and spirit, and we can all have our next breakthroughs together. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye.